Now, 27 Sports with Alec Ausmus.
Only 4 teams in Major League Baseball have 50 or more wins right now. The Red Sox, the Yankees, the Astros, and now the Brewers. Well, the rubber match this afternoon against the Twins was seen on Facebook. Not quite the offense as last night, but part of that. But playing the Badgers is no walk on the beach either. Wisconsin's defense comes at you in waves this late in the season for the first time since 1999. And for their return, they get to play from the comfort of their home floor. Just 11 days before the Badgers open their season at Camp Randall, all eyes are on sexual assault allegations involving wide receiver Quintez Cephas. Not only was he charged by the Dane County DA's office today, he was suspended by the university. The news of Cephas broke Saturday night when he tweeted out a statement saying he was informed by his lawyers that the Dane County District Attorney's Office intends on issuing unspecified charges against him. Hi, Amber. Now, by the sounds of things, it sounds like that winter weather is in full swing in Wisconsin right now. Well, down here in Miami, let me tell you, we had to go out of our way multiple times today to reapply sunscreen. Okay, it was a hassle. Well, it's all eyes on Milwaukee tonight. This is the lone NBA playoff matchup. Now, the Bucks find themselves in a do-or-die Game 6 against the Celtics. I'm Alec Ausmus live in what was a snow-covered Buffalo, New York. Why not add a blizzard to that March Madness mix? But the Badgers are here with experience on their side. That's next. It might be an understatement to say former Packers lineman Jerry Kramer waited patiently to enter the Hall of Fame. After 45 ballots, the 10-time nominee finally broke through on his 11th chance. Now, last night he put on the gold jacket. Tonight he was officially entered into the hallowed grounds of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The Wildcats have a Baker on the ice, and so do the Badgers. Tarek Baker. Every year the Packers like to get out of Green Bay and go check out some other fan sites. Sometimes it's outside of the state. They call it their tailgate tour. And that brings us here to Verona High School. And as you can see, this place has filled up very quickly.
Now standing by with Alec Ausmus.
Yes, thanks, Bob, here with Ben Lundeen. Ben, hey, has it set in yet? State champions here for your senior season?
No, it just feels crazy right now. Just not only the fact that, like, we won 2 years in a row, but that...
As the saying goes, practice makes perfect.
You're accenting the wrong note.
Even if practice can take a while, under the direction of a perfectionist. One of the all-time greats at UW isn't always a star football or basketball player. This time, it's an 81-year-old band director, Mike Leckrone, in his 49th year at the university.
I'm the old guy here. I can move faster than that.
Known for a military style of practice. But each week, the game day payoff performance is worth it. In the 1960s, the topics of conversation in the U.S. were the Vietnam War and civil rights movements. Marching in any kind of uniform wasn't popular. In the summer of 1969, Leckrone took over as the band director at UW. At the time, interest in the band was at an all-time low. But where many saw a weakness, Leckrone saw opportunity.
It wasn't a great time in our country's history to put on a uniform and march around. And that's what we were doing. But we sort of tried to catch the spirit of school spirit. And that's really what we banked everything on.
After Leckrone took over, interest in the band grew immediately. But the biggest change came with the new energizing physical marching style Leckrone calls Stop at the Top. Band members' feet come to a 45-degree angle and point their toes. A new style for its day back in the 70s that UW has perfected today.
I noticed that I didn't get the energy that I felt I should out of the band, and so what we did is we put a little hesitation. As you bring the foot up and before you put it down, there's a hesitation, the stop at the top. It also gave us some individuality.
Next came the music. Many of the songs traditionally played at Camp Randall were not invented by Leckrone. He mastered how to play them and when.
So we've taken what were great University of Wisconsin traditions and then just tried to play on them each time to make them more important and make them a part of what people expect. That expectation's very important to what we do.
Today, those expectations from Badger fans haven't changed.
Best marching band in the country.
I said anytime you can see Mike Leckrone on the ladder, it's a good day.
Leckrone hasn't escaped father time completely. He had open heart surgery earlier this year and lost his wife Phyllis of 62 years to illness back in August. It's his other love for doing what he does that keeps him coming back.
I don't look at what I've done as something that is a completion. There will be a point when it is complete. And then maybe I can look back and say, yeah, well, I was pretty good in those days.
From the marching style to the music, even a post-game concert that has turned into an event called the Fifth Quarter. Leckrone has transformed game day at Camp Randall, not with a football or a touchdown, but with music and a vision. In Madison, Alec Ausmus, 27 News. In a place where speed dominates, once in a while, slow and steady can win the race.
I've been doing it so long now that it's just fun.
Evie Handylin knows her way around the Madison International Speedway. She lives just up the road as well. In 1969, Evie and her husband sold 5 acres of land to Sam Bardis, then the owner of the racetrack, to expand from a quarter mile to a half mile. Still known today as Wisconsin's fastest half mile.
They wanted to make the track bigger, and the only way they could do it was to get 5 more acres, so we sold it to them.
And ever since then, the Handylins have had a lending hand at the racetrack. At 94 years old, Evie has been their janitor for over 40 years.
It's funny, when we were talking about buying the track, Terry Kunis that sold it to us told us that Evie was part of the deal.
And a deal they received. Race after race all summer long, you'll find Evie doing her job.
I have cold water in the ice box for you when you need it.
There's that motherly aspect to her that she goes, you know, the flowers need to be watered.
I wash the sinks and the urinals and the toilets.
You know, she'll leave me little notes that this toilet isn't working right or this board needs to be fixed.
With a brand new roll for the races.
At a place where speed dominates, it's not always a winning race car driver that takes the checkered flag.
Seems like when they sell the racetrack, the owner would always say to the new owner, be sure to see Evie. I said, they sold me with the track.
In Madison, Alec Ausmus, 27 Sports.